Welcome back, everyone. So yesterday we had this massive Apple event, and what better time to bring up some older iPhones than right now? And I can tell you right now, the iPhone 8 Plus is still such a great phone to pick up for so many different reasons that if you're using an iPhone that's older than an iPhone 8 Plus right now, there really isn't any crazy reason for you to own that phone. I mean, the iPhone 8 Plus is a solid device. Looking at the 8 Plus and looking at like the iPhone 12s and stuff like that, there are still a lot of reasons why the 8 Plus may be a better phone. Now, the other day I did a 10R versus 8 Plus comparison, which was so random, and I actually found that the speed was almost relatively the same. Obviously the 10R may have been a little bit faster, but the iPhone 8 Plus's RAM management was actually better on that device, which was so crazy to me. So I think that's a pretty big improvement and a huge thing that you get from an iPhone 8 Plus. You're still getting pretty fast performance, good speeds, and overall pretty decent RAM management. The performance of the iPhone 8 Plus is going to be one of those things that, if you own a phone that's older than it and you go up to an iPhone 8 Plus, you're going to be getting very solid performance from it for sure. I think one of the biggest downsides of the 8 Plus that a lot of people think about is the body and the way it looks, but I for one can definitely tell you, I would not let that be a stopping point for you to pick up a phone like an 8 Plus. If you're trying to get an iPhone 10 or iPhone 11, I would recommend that more. But the 8 Plus still has so much going for it in the body standpoint. One of those main things is Touch ID. A year later, we're still wearing masks. We're probably still going to be wearing masks for many years now. And until we get Touch ID on an iPhone, again, like with Face ID and all that stuff, the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone SE2 are still one of those solid devices that have Touch ID, that are still supported, and that are still a very capable phone. And I will tell you, having Touch ID is definitely something that I look forward to. I wish all these iPhones had Touch ID, and that for one is one way that this phone was future-proofed in a time like this, which is so crazy because a fingerprint sensor is so important in my opinion. Now on top of that, the feeling in the hand this phone gives is so crazy. It is such a good feeling phone. It doesn't feel cheap. I've said this time and time again. It still feels like a very premium phone. It feels very expensive. This compared to something like an iPhone 12 or iPhone even 12 Pro, obviously there's some differences, but the iPhone 8 Plus still feels fairly premium, and in some ways I think it feels even better than something like an iPhone 12 because of the chassis around the phone. So that's another pretty big advantage that the iPhone 8 Plus has going for it. On top of that, software support. I always mention the iPhone 8 Plus is going to be getting years and years and years of software support, and it's probably at least got another 2 or 3 years. I've been saying that it's probably going to be getting the same software lifecycle as something like an iPhone 10R or iPhone 10s. That's just kind of what I see, and that's probably going to end up being the case. So for sure, this device at the end of the day is a solid phone. You can pick it up for like less than $300 in a lot of places I find, and I'll link one down below from Amazon. You can get it from there and help support the channel at the same time. But I will tell you, if you currently own something like a Galaxy S7 or an iPhone 6s or an iPhone 5 or something like that, dude, get an iPhone 8 Plus. This device is very stable. It's only getting better over time. Battery life is great for the most part. Performance is still amazing for the device year that this came out with. The cameras are still very good on this thing too. There's really not that many things to hate on it. And I think when it comes down to this device for this price tag, it's very hard to beat a phone that's of this caliber, that used to kind of be a flagship, that is less than $300, and it's still capable and it still has a lot going for it for sure. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. I would highly recommend it for sure. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.